From Peoria, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Christina Colosimo and Brett Lemon. The news with Jennifer French and Nosheen Farista and the Midstate News team. Sports with Daniel Shore and Landon Battle. In Need with Afton Holliver. Let's Eat with Rihanna Pouncey. Spotlight with Sandra Hollywood Hall. About Town with Sam Mangieri. Get Real with Becca Wenning. Street Team with Melody Esler. And State of the Arts with Ambria Hill. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Christina and Brett. Take it away, kids.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brett Lemick.
And I'm Christina Colosimo.
And we're just having a little laugh here on Midstate Magazine, so come join us.
No, not a little laugh. I'm making fun of you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So why are you making fun of me? I thought I was cool.
Yeah, no? I'm sorry.
Isn't this look?
Are we doing a little revival of Grease?
It's Decade Show, and I am Danny Zuko.
All right.
Do you want to be the Sandy to my Danny?
No, because you don't want to see me in those tight pants, let me tell you.
So you are a flower girl today?
I'm a little 70s.
A little 70s
maybe a
out?
little 60s. I don't know.
I think 50s win.
I don't really know about that.
Maybe if I was really nice to our executive producer, he'd give me the Harley Davidson to ride it on.
And you can ride it on that? Mm-hmm. Actually, I heard that he's actually just giving it away.
Really?
Yeah, it's for free now.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just like letting people just take his Harley and do whatever they want with it.
I just need a leather jacket. And,
okay.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to ask him about that. But until we do that, why don't we first go to Tierney Modulin and Jennifer French with the news.
Thanks, Brett and Christina. And welcome to this evening's news. I'm Tierney Modulin.
And I'm Jen French. Thanks for joining us this evening. The proposed Peoria Riverfront Museum is one step closer to being a reality. An Illinois House Committee representing the project sent a bill into Springfield on the 22nd requesting $12 million in assistance for a Peoria Riverfront Museum. If it gets the required funding, would consist of two parts. The first would be a museum, whose price tag would be somewhere over $65 million, and the second would be a Caterpillar Visitor Center. Caterpillar has already pledged $11 million toward the museum and does not intend to fund its own center with any public money.
In related news, Caterpillar has plans for constructing a nearly 15,159,000 square foot training facility, which will house the company's new technologies. The Machine Development Center is under construction in Tazewell County and should be finished towards the end of the year. This building will provide space for CAT to test its newest state-of-the-art equipment indoors and in privacy.
A historic Peoria monument is in need of some help from the community. Northmore Observatory is in danger of closing its doors.
This is Northmore Observatory, located on Leo Donovan Golf Course. And this is Bill Cole, director of the observatory.
And so it was here in 1955 that this was built by the Peoria Park District on the Park District's public golf course. So it's been here for 53 years now.
The Peoria Astronomical Society discovered the telescope here at Northmore under the bleachers of Bradley University's Huff Gymnasium. It was the first observatory to be open to the public in the state of Illinois. Since then, however, the observatory has fallen into a state of disrepair.
And now it's time to do some major repairs. Most of the monies we need in our fund drive is trying to replace the dome, which protects the telescope and also is capable of being open to get a view of the sky.
To Mr. Cole, Northmore is more than just an observatory in need of some updates.
From here, say we do get good enough view of the planets and the moon, but the most enjoyment here is that when our hosts, our members are out here serving the public, it's when that person first takes a look through the telescope and sees that, oh, there's Saturn. Look, you can actually see the rings. And so it's that ooh and ah from the public is what I think I really enjoy, and a lot of the other members do also.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Sarah Dorn.
If you have any interest in donating toward the $115,000 cause, check out the Peoria Astronomical Society's website at astronomical.org. Now we're going to hand it over to Nafia for this week's news interview. Take it away, Nafia.
I'd like to welcome Dean Huberman to our show. Dean Huberman, thank you for taking your time out to explore the decades over at Bradley University. I want to start by asking you, what year did you first come to Bradley?
I started at Bradley in the fall of 1985. I was a professor in the Department of Theater Arts, and for the next 10 years I had a great time directing plays and teaching theater courses here on Bradley's campus.
And what was your position when, how did you end up coming to work here?
Well, there was an advertisement for a job that sounded very good back in the Midwest where I love to be. And I did some research on Bradley. It wasn't as easy to do back then because we didn't have a World Wide Web, but I did my research on Bradley, found out what a great place it was, the kind of potential it had, the good people that were here to work with, and I applied for the job, and happily I got it, and that was almost 23 years ago.
So campus overall has changed quite a bit.
Oh my, yes.
What other major changes have you seen take place in your time here, whether they were structural or cultural or whatnot?
Actually, they've been all of those things. It's really been extraordinary to watch how Bradley's developed. When I arrived in 1985, Bradley was having its first real capital campaign for improvements on the campus. And amazingly, at that time, it had a campaign goal of $25 million, and which was a lot back then. And part of that campaign brought a lot of great things to the campus, and one of the best things about it was the expansion of what is now the Slane College of Communications and Fine Arts. Back then, just the College of Communications and Fine Arts. But we saw this college, which was the newest of Bradley's colleges, just founded 6 years before, develop into a real powerhouse. We built, that campaign built the new Heuser Arts Center. Dingledine was upgraded, Hartman Center was upgraded. It was really quite extraordinary. And then in the early 1990s, they started the Centennial Campaign, which was a $100 million campaign. And part of that brought us the place where we're sitting today, the Caterpillar Global Communications Center. And all of that together turned the college into something that helped the university achieve national prominence.
Unfortunately, we're out of time right now. That was our interview. Thanks again to Dean Huberman, and now back to Tierney.
Thanks, Nafia. And now it's your latest in sports with Sam Mangieri. What's going on this week, Sam?
Well, Tierney, it's another one of those times where some sports are ending, but as usual, others are getting ready to fill in the gap. The Chicago Bears recently made a decision that has their fans quite perplexed. They've announced that they've re-signed quarterback Rex Grossman for yet another season. Grossman is a good quarterback on a good day, able to lead the Bears to the Super Bowl as demonstrated 2 years ago, but fails to be consistent. He's very unpredictable, which leaves most Chicago fans wondering why the Bears re-signed him in the first place. However, it's been stated that he'll have to compete for the starting position. In local sports, the Bradley women's basketball team will be finishing up their regular season this Saturday against Northern Iowa. This isn't just the end of their regular season, but the end of their basketball court as well. This women's basketball team will be the last team to play at the Robertson Memorial Fieldhouse, as its destruction is scheduled for after the women's season ends. It seems that the Bradley players aren't the only ones taking tests this year. Kansas City Royals first base coach Rusty Kuntz is making this year's spring training not just about physical training, but also about mental refreshment. Kuntz is handing out 50-question quizzes to some of his players about base running techniques as well as basic baseball fundamentals. He said that in the past, when he has done this, the results vary at the beginning, but by the end of spring training, everyone aces the tests. To leave you with a bit of trivia, most fans like to think of their team as the best ever, but the best team in professional sports history is the Boston Celtics of the late 50s and all of the 60s. They went to the finals 12 out of 13 years, won 11, and hold the record for the most consecutive championship titles with 8 in a row from 1959 to 1966. That's all I have for sports. Now let's kick it back to Tierney with the news. Tierney?
Thanks, Sam. And now to Dr. Greg Pitts for his career tip of the week.
What did you get for Christmas this year? Socks, underwear? I hope you got some clothing. Why? Because most people, when they're in college, don't have a wardrobe that's suitable for a job interview. And you know, if you got clothing, consider yourself lucky, because what you really want to do is to start to build a wardrobe while you have time. And it doesn't mean that you go out at the last minute and spend $300, $400, $500 for a suit, whether you're male or female. Do some practical things. Think about some clothing that can become your standard interview uniform. You need a couple of shirts. For a guy, probably white. For a girl, a couple of white blouses. By the way, you want something that is not necessarily hip and cutting edge for somebody in the 18 to 25-year-old segment. Think about dressing like the place where you want to be employed would have you dress. And think about dressing for a job that's probably a couple of notches above where you're going to be working. But plan ahead, folks. You can't plan too quickly.
After thrilling crowds around the world, River Dance is coming to Peoria, and you won't want to miss it. The Peoria Civic Center will be hosting River Dance, which will be playing 5 farewell performances this month. The Irish music, song, and dance will be invading the Civic Center Theater on March 7th, 8th, and 9th with its shows at 2 and 7 p.m. For more information and to purchase tickets, contact the box office at 676-8700.
2008 marks a leap year in the Peoria Zoo is celebrating the fact. The amphibian exhibit, February 29th and March 1st, was buzzing with activity when Peorians of all backgrounds leaped into the activities hosted there. Of course, frogs were the center of attention.
Well, that's all we have for Midstate News tonight. I'm Jen French.
And I'm Tierney Modulin.
And I'm Sam Mangieri. Have a good evening. Back to you, Brett and Christina.
Jen, I love the hair.
I was just going to say that. The hair
You like
cracks
mine?
me up. I'm hoping she does every week from now on.
I'll
Maybe
do mine
I'll
every week
start
if
it.
you do yours every week.
Okay, all right, easy there.
You don't like it?
Yeah. Danny,
This is
relax.
the look.
Okay.
What?
All right. Have you ever had a bad haircut? Because that's a bad haircut right there with the gel.
Brett Lemick has never had a bad haircut. Ask my mom.
Really?
Except for maybe like a mullet.
Really?
You know, back in the 90s when it was very cool to like shave things in the back of your head.
You did
Yes,
not.
I did. My dad even did it.
Oh, what did
Isn't
you
that like
shave?
a form of child abuse if they just like shave something in the back of your head?
What did you shave?
I don't know, lightning bolts in the side. You know what?
That's so
Okay,
bad. That's
we're
awful.
moving on. We're going to About Town. Let's see it. Blaze Felty, show us About Town.
The Peoria Glen Oaks Zoo is the home of some pretty amazing animals, from lazy iguanas to curious meerkats. You could say the zoo has it all. The zoo has a rich history.
The zoo started in the early 1900s when someone donated a bunch of elk, and then some other animals came in. Actually, they kind of had them all around Peoria in different parks. Then it finally became centrally located in Glen Oak Park.
The Glen Oaks Zoo has steadily increased its animal population through the years, which now includes camels, zebras, and even 2 tigers.
I think the greatest benefit is they can see the animals that most people will never have the chance of seeing out in the wild. The closest they're going to get is their TV set if we don't have them right here.
The Peoria Glen Oaks Zoo is one of the oldest zoos in the United States, and in 2009 will open its newest exhibit, Africa.
When people think of animals and coming to the zoo, they think of giraffes, they think of rhinoceros, they think of lions, they think of the plains of Africa, so that's what we wanted to start with on our renovations.
The construction phase of the Africa exhibit has been underway for quite some time, and it's finally beginning to take shape.
We have a lot of community support. I think we always get the question, when's it going to open, when's it going to open? They're very excited.
The zoo plans to open its Africa exhibit next May. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Blaze Felty.
Thank you, Blaze.
Nice.
Do you like the zoo?
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm not really a big zoo person.
It's okay. Not as cool as my hair.
Yeah, oh, gosh. All right.
All right, so you're asking about all the bad haircuts. I'll tell you. I'll finally tell you. Okay, so there's lightning bolts on the side.
Yes. This was 80s or 90s?
This was the 90s.
Okay.
When I was in whatever grades, 6th grade, something like that.
Okay.
One of my teachers got married, so I shaved her name in the back of my head. I liked her a lot. I had a crush on her. Let's see. I shaved the bulls in the back of my head, a smiley
That's
face.
terrible.
And now, more recently, you can't even handle this. My girlfriend really liked short hair in the front. My mom liked long hair in the back. It made a mullet.
You did
You know what? If you want to see bad hair, let's see Will Ferrell in this week's movie with Blaze Felty. Get real.
Bad hair and short shorts take the spotlight in the 1970s basketball parody Semi-Pro. Will Ferrell stars as Jackie Moon, the owner, coach, player of an American Basketball Association team. Jackie Moon started playing the game by chance.
Saw it on TV a couple times. I thought, I can do that. Don't worry, guys, I got these.
And he wasn't what you'd call
Very
the
good
best
free
player
throws.
in the world.
Seriously, free throws are probably the best facet of my game.
When Jackie becomes a coach, the only way to increase attendance is by using promotional
You
stunts.
feel like you're in danger? Just say Spumoni.
I don't need Spumoni. This is fine. He's not doing anything. Jackie moves! Here comes Jackie!
Jackie never seems to hit the ground running until his team gets the chance of a lifetime.
The ABA will be merging with the NBA at the end of this season.
Yes! Oh, I'm so happy I can't even feel my arms.
4 teams will be absorbed into the NBA next year.
Wow!
Hey, Jackie, the Tropics won't be going.
Wait, what did you say? No!
All right, you're being well, Jackie. Jackie, don't bite yourself.
Can the Tropics get their act together in time?
What is this? This is the future of basketball.
Semi-Pro. Overall, Semi-Pro is an enjoyable and funny film. Fans of Will Ferrell will find the movie just as entertaining as his previous projects. For Get Real, I'm Blaze Felty.
I love Will
Blaze,
Ferrell.
please tell me that my hair is not as bad as Will Ferrell's.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's
All right.
bad. See, he's
Okay,
not.
tell me, now you gotta confess. I did my part. What has been bad about your fashions in the past?
Okay,
The
well-
decades have gone by.
Yeah, well, I know. Well, okay, here's my thing. One of my favorite things really is, like, my mom is not a pack rat, and I
Okay.
am, right? So, like, I keep everything in hopes that, you know, it'll all come back in style. I look at pictures of my mom,
Yeah.
and I'm always like, why didn't she save that? Because, you know, it came
'Cause you
back
would've
in.
wore
And-
it.
Exactly, like, high-waisted pants, like, high-waisted jeans are really popular
I can
right
totally
now.
see you in that.
And, like,
You know what?
I want that.
We'll talk about that more later. Why don't we go to Let's Eat with Becca Wenning.
Let's eat. We traveled to Made Right Diner. Once you enter, the 50s decor surrounds you, from the neon lights to the pictures of Marilyn Monroe and Betty Boop. Even when you open your menu, pictures of Elvis and other 50s icons are scattered around. The menu includes all the classics of any diner. It's full of many different dinner baskets and a variety of milkshakes. I had the tender chicken fingers and a cherry shake, while my producer had one of the signature Made Right sandwiches, which is similar to a Sloppy Joe without the slop. It was covered in taco toppings and was difficult to eat, but he definitely enjoyed it. The jukebox in the corner fits in perfectly with the theme. Don't expect to hear anything new, though. The music kept up with the 50s theme very well. If you're looking for a good shake, Made Right has some of the best in town. The only thing missing in this restaurant are waitresses on skates with frilly dresses, but they are very friendly and helpful, even though not dressed apart. But in the summer, they do dress up on occasion when they have classic car shows. And if you have time, on the other side of the diner is Just 2 Cute Gifts, where you can purchase knickknacks of all sorts. If you're looking for some good food and a blast back into the past, be sure to visit Made Right. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Becca Wenning.
I want to go. Becca, why didn't she
We
bring
can't
us
go.
anything? I want to go. That
Too late.
looks so delicious.
All right, so we're talking about Decade Show.
Yeah.
Tell me about, you were talking about Polly Pocket?
Polly Pockets!
I have no idea what that is.
Polly
I know it's a
Pockets.
game, but...
No, Polly Pockets, you like collected them, and they were like this mini, basically it looked like a big disc thingy.
And people paid money for this.
Yes, and you open it up, and it's like Polly's little world, and like you like trade Pollys, and you like, oh,
You know what?
so
I'm just going to
fun.
stick to Transformers if you want to talk about 80s.
Transformers.
Yes.
Come on. You know, my dad used to get mad because my sister, like my younger sister Diana and I, like we'd be obsessed. We'd go out and buy all these Polly Pockets and stuff, and he'd be like, when I was a kid, all I had to do was go out and play baseball and
Transformers all the way, Polly Pocket. Why don't we go to In the Spotlight with Sandra Hall?
Thanks, Brett and Christina, and welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight with me, Sandra Hollywood Hall. This week, to keep with our Decades theme, I'm going to be highlighting one of the most influential bands in the 60s and 70s. With over 40 different singles and albums that reached #1 on the charts, the Beatles, originally from Liverpool, England, began their British invasion of the U.S. in the 1960s. Started by John Lennon and Paul McCartney in 1957 with the original name, The Quarrymen. The name soon changed to the Beatles in 1960 from a suggestion of Lennon's first wife, Cynthia. After a few personal changes, George Harrison and Ringo Starr joined the band till the Beatles began taking over the music charts. The group's rock and roll style was complemented with their unique clothes and social awareness that made them trendsetters of their time. With major singles like Penny Lane, Can't Buy Me Love, and I Wanna Hold Your Hand, it's been estimated that the group has sold over 1 billion records worldwide. Even though the Beatles are no longer making music, they are still immortalized in movies like Yellow Submarine and more recent movies like Across the Universe. So if I have you feeling a little nostalgic, I recommend going out and buying their last compilation album, One, which has all their new #1 singles from 1962 to 1970. That's all I got for you this week in the Spotlight. I'm Sandra Hollywood Hall, and remember, you can always count on me to keep you in the know within the Spotlight.
The Beatles.
You need to see Across the Universe.
I just saw it, actually.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. Sandra, okay, I really do.
You're a Beatles
love
fanatic,
the Beatles.
right?
I'm not a fanatic. However, my sister Elizabeth, obsessed. She was like 3 credits away in college for having a minor in Beatles history.
No way.
My right hand, yes.
You can
But she, like,
study Beatles
you
music.
can.
What's your favorite song?
You can. Let It Be. You?
Ooh. What is it? Good Day Sunshine?
Good Day Sunshine.
I woke up
yes.
for like a year. That would be my alarm clock, and I would just listen to it, and
That's good.
never got old.
That's
You know what?
so good.
Now I need to hear some music. I love listening to music. Why don't we have some music for us right now? Sherry Ellis, State of the Arts. Let's see it.
Thanks, Brett and Christina. Welcome to another edition of State of the Arts. I'm your host, Sherry Ellis. Today our guest is Michael Davis. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you here. How long have you been playing the guitar?
Acoustic 6-string. I've been playing for 3 years now. Yeah, I've been playing bass and in a rock band for 8 years now, since high school. So.
Do you perform often with the band?
Right now, I just do my solo acoustic thing. I do have a band that comes and backs me up. Back in high school, I did have a band, but now I just kind of do my own solo thing, and yeah.
Do you write your own music?
I do, all original. I do some covers, but the covers that I do, you know, I kind of work it up my own style, and yeah, I like doing this thing. I plan on moving to Nashville in the next year and pursuing it full time. So.
Good. Do you have any musicians that has inspired you, or a favorite musician?
I'll have to say, I'll say my top 3. My #1 for performance and all around is Garth Brooks. Hands down. I got to see him back in November. I flew out to Kansas City to see him, and that was phenomenal. And then Matt Nathanson and Katie Tunstall are my 2 acoustic performers. Katie's just my muse in general, so yeah, big inspirations for me.
Can you tell me about the song you're going to play right now?
This is a song I wrote. I figured I'll do something special for you guys. You can't get this anywhere else. This is a brand new song. I wrote it about 2 weeks ago. It's called Heartbreak Road, and it's loosely inspired by my mom and just some people in my life in general. So.
Okay, great. Let's hear it.
Well, she says she's from Ohio, but her heart's in Tennessee. And when I ask to see her smile, she says there's nothing there to see. I know she smokes a pack a day and puts them out before they're done, yeah. And when she looks into the mirror, she says, well, I'm too old for 21. taken her heart, they've taken her soul. No, she doesn't wanna stay on Heartbreak Road. Now she wears her hair in knots, and her socks that don't quite match. Oh, she cries when the snow falls, for reasons I will never grasp. She wears rings on all her fingers, and there's a bruise upon her cheek. And even when I hold her close, well, her heart, it won't beat. And now she's been here too many times, but this time it's not the same. And well, she's going home, and then she's tired of being this way. Taking her heart, they've taken her soul, and she doesn't wanna stay on Heartbreak Road, where the lovers, they all scatter, and the notches, well, they all disappear. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, wonders what she's doing here. Oh yeah. And she says she's from Ohio, but her heart's in Tennessee. When I ask for a smile, she says there's nothing there to see.
That was a beautiful song. Thank you so much for your performance and joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
That's it for this week's edition of State of the Arts. I'm Sherry Ellis. Back to you, Brett and Christina.
That was awesome.
Beautiful.
I liked it. A good end to a good decade show.
I agree, dude.
We've had some fun times.
Easy
you know?
there.
It's been a good 50s, 70s.
Oh, gosh.
We're ready to pack it up.
Oh,
Any last words? 70s. It was a good time.
Peace out.
Peace out. Psychedelic. Enjoy.
You're such a dork.
You know what?
It gets to me sometimes.
40s, 50s, whatever. I could do whatever I want.
Yeah, all right, all right.
I'm just that cool.
I'm just telling you, in the year 2008, lose that gel on that.
You don't like the gel?
The gelled forward.
Do you think I should straighten it?
I don't know. Guys are doing that these
Did they do that in
days.
the 80s? You know, now we're talking about now, the actual, the now style.
Yeah.
That's like, I guess, tight pants, you know, the, what is
Oh,
that, like
right,
emo
right.
style?
Right,
or
right,
where the boys look like girls, you know?
right.
It's been a lot of fun, but
It has been fun.
it's been a great show. And if you're not watching us,
You're not watching much.
see you next time.
Thank you very much.